Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wayne's World of Science and Technology. This morning, we're going to talk about Donald John Trump, the current inhabitant of the White House in the excited states. Yeah, I said excited states because things have been too damned exciting down there recently. A lot of people, myself included, have spent a long time trying to figure out how Donald Trump thinks. And quite frankly, it's been very difficult. You can't read a person's mind. It's just not possible. What a person says can change from day to day depending upon their opinion at that particular time, or whether or not the sun came up, or whether the sun came up unclouded or clouded. Basically, trying to understand people is bloody difficult. I think I may finally have figured out how Trump works. If you look at his statements, a lot of them don't appear to make sense. And effectively, to a certain extent, you have to toss his statements out as evidence. Because, I mean, he could be lying, he could have made a mistake that day, you don't know. What you have to look at is his actual actions. And that's where things get really fun. I've been watching his actions since he came down the golden escalator. And over time, and especially in the last couple of days, I think I put it together. Let's go back to his first term. In his first term, he had a bunch of people who worked for him who were supposed to be top-notch, according to him. At least he said that he was only going to hire the best. And almost all of those people are now persona non grata with Donald John Trump. Why? Because they didn't go along with what he wanted. Because they argued with him. Because they may have pointed out problems. There's all sorts of reasons why he could be pissed off at these people. We don't actually 100% know. We do know, however, that he's rather upset. Well, I said you can't really take his statements at face value. When he goes on and on about something, it usually does indicate it's bothering him. And so you get the, going on and on about the Russiagate hoax, as he calls it, and other things like that. But that's not necessarily a lot of help when it comes to other things. I mean, stuff outside of the stuff that he's really, really mad at right now. For that, we have to look at his interpersonal relationships. And this is where things get really interesting. Trump has interpersonal relationships with a lot of people. I mean, most folks do. And his interpersonal relationships are based on what he thinks works for him. If he thinks that he is going to get a benefit out of talking to someone, he's more likely to talk to that person. If he thinks that person can help him, he's right in there. If he thinks that person can't help him or is no longer of use, he has this tendency to drop them like a hot potato. John Bolton, James Comey, whole bunch of other people. You could think of no doubt, way more than that. Oh, of course, there's our good old friend Scaramucci. Yeah. Anyway, so basically, what I'm telling you is that you need to look at his interpersonal relationships. When something goes on, when Donald Trump suddenly changes direction on something, it's usually because of one of his interpersonal relationships. Take Russia and Ukraine. He originally, because of his interpersonal relationship with Vladimir Putin, may have thought that he could make a deal with Putin and it would make him look good, it would make Putin look good, and everybody would be happy. But then it turns out Putin doesn't want to make a deal after Trump has made a big fuss about how he's going to fix things. This is somewhat embarrassing. Trump, like most people, just doesn't like getting embarrassed. I mean, who does? You don't like feeling like a fool. And right now, Vladimir Putin has made Donald Trump feel like a fool. That's why Donald Trump has turned on Vladimir Putin and why he is unlikely to change course. Putin has made him feel enough like a fool that Trump is really, really, really pissed right now. And when he's pissed, he does things like maybe sending tomahawks to Ukraine. Well, he's sure as heck opened up on a lot of other stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised right now. When Trump is that mad, he is dangerous. When I say he's dangerous, ask John Bolton. Ask James Comey. Ask Letitia James. The man is very dangerous when he's mad, and he doesn't have quite the same off switch that most of us have. Most people, when they're mad, can cool down. He can't. It stays because he takes it personally. Everything to him is personal. So you end up with a man who takes everything personally and has just been betrayed by somebody he thought he could make a deal with and somebody he thought he had a good interpersonal relationship with. His response? Fuck you, Putin. Yeah, that's how I think he is thinking. If anybody has a better idea, I'd love to hear it. And anyway, that's it for now, folks. Like, share, subscribe, and all that guff. And have a good day.